The light in the back. Hey, hey. Thought everybody would be out shopping. Hey, I thought everybody would be out shopping. I figured I would jump on live. I haven't done a live in so long, y'all. So I'm about to do my makeup because I'm going to breakfast with my mom. And I'm kid-free, husband-free. I'm just all by myself. So I thought I would just jump on and say good morning, see how y'all was doing. I know we haven't done a live in a long time. So I just thought I would pop in and say hi. I miss y'all. Shopping online. That's what I did yesterday. I spent so much money on the girls, but I feel like I didn't even get that much stuff. Like these toys are expensive. Expensive. We didn't even start shopping for Mari yet, okay? And I ain't shopping for nobody else, but I got some stuff for the girls. I got some stuff for the baby. But these toys are crazy. Crazy. I spent like $89 on a PJ Masks headquarters for Mariah. I'm like, child. Getting ready to go car shopping. Don't you have, what do you have already? Don't you have like a Lexus or a, I think we were talking before. Car shopping, what are you getting? Our lease is not up. We got all these kids. I want to try out a luxury car. But we have all these kids and I'm like, maybe I should just wait till they're a little older. I'm thinking. It's too cold to go shopping. Where you live, Mimi? Good morning, everybody. Helping put the Christmas tree up. You one of those that wait till after Thanksgiving? My husband, he was like, what am I doing? I need my mirror. My husband, he's like, now I can finally put up the outside lights because Thanksgiving is over. And I'm like, you could have did that weeks ago, okay? We the slow ones on the block. Everybody else got their lights up. And my husband acting funny. He like, well, I'll let you do the inside. Just let me do the outside when I want to do it. So I'm like, whatever. The longer you wait, the colder it'll be. So you go ahead and do that. Hair care products. Oh, Mia, I love Mia Organics too. I love that. I'm about to use some of their edge control in a minute once I unwrap this hair. Love Mia Organics. Baby shopping. Yeah, it's, you know what? It's fun until I gotta spend the money, okay? I'll probably be doing a baby haul next month. Well, next month. Yeah, it's November. So I'll probably be doing a baby haul next month on the vlog channel. But it's fun, but some of that stuff is just super expensive. And then the last time, like when we got pregnant with our two daughters, y'all know they was back to back. So when we got pregnant with our two daughters, like we didn't have much money back then, y'all. Hell, I still don't have much money now, let's be honest. But we didn't have much money back then. And so a lot of the stuff, a lot of the stuff was gifted to us. So it's not like I had a full choice in everything that I wanted. And then on top of that, the stuff that I did want that wasn't gifted to us, I really couldn't get because I just kind of got like the cheapest version or the cheapest model. For the most part, I got like the least expensive model of whatever item it was because we couldn't afford to be all fancy and get everything we wanted. So now I'm in a position where I can buy kind of a lot of the stuff that I want. And it's like, but this is my last baby. So do I splurge on, do I splurge or do I try to save the money? Because I know obviously baby stuff, they only use it but for so long. So we're kind of in that spot right now. Me and Mark are kind of in that debate where he's like, look, yeah, I'm okay with you splurging on some things, but we got to be practical. And I'm like, I know, I'm trying. Hold on. So yesterday I picked up a bassinet, the Halo bassinet, and I also picked up For Moms Rockaroo, and it's like a baby swing or whatever. So I did pick up those two items yesterday, but I don't find out the gender till Thursday. So I'll be going crazy clothes shopping starting on Thursday. Chicago. Okay, so it's cold there like it is here. I get you, girl. But I'm going to brave the cold. I know my mama going to want to go shopping a little bit, so we probably going to go somewhere. Oh, you had a Benz. Okay. I knew you had something like that. Oh, these are so nice. They're so nice. I feel like I got too many kids for a nice car. Like, they'll just ruin it. I want one, but I feel like they'll just ruin it. Good morning, Joanne. Balance splurging. Yeah. And that, you know what? So, like I splurged on the bassinet. That Halo bassinet was, I've been watching it though. It was like $279 when I first put it in my cart on Amazon. And yesterday, Target had it on sale for $209.99. And then Amazon also had it on sale for $208.99. But I picked it up from Target because they also gave you a 20% off coupon if you bought something yesterday and that you could use next week. So I'm always in Target. So I was like, well, the 20% off will save me my dollar. So I picked it up and that was over $200. Babies only use bassinets for maybe 4 months. So, but the thing about this bassinet is it like swivels, so I don't have to get out the bed to grab the baby. I don't know. So I'll try that. And then the swing, I was gonna get a baby swing. The swing was actually on sale for $127, and it was $200 when I first put it in my Amazon cart. So I think I got a good deal on the swing because any swing is gonna cost you somewhere around there, probably like $80 to $150. And this is a small one. It's really compact, so it's not huge. Don't take up a lot of space. So I like the swing. Y'all, let me go wet this Sonia Kashuk sponge. Hold on 1 second. All right. Oh, sorry. Day after Christmas. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to buy a bunch of stuff now, but I just saw those two things went down in price and I was like, I might as well go ahead and get them. So I did. So that's why I got those two. But those are really the only two things that I bought. I bought like a few small things, but I haven't bought much else. I'm using this Kat Von D foundation, y'all. This is the new, what is this? True Portrait Liquid to Powder Foundation, and it's in Tan 68. That's my color. And I primed with the Smashbox Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control Primer. So that's that. But yeah, I'm not due till May 2nd. So I'm assuming this baby will come sometime in April, probably. Why does it look so dark today? I'm assuming this baby will come sometime in April. So I just need to be prepared by then. So I probably will do the bulk of my shopping around, I don't know, February. And then I plan on having like a small baby shower for like my family and friends, probably in like March-ish. So we'll see. Oh, yes, I am having a baby shower, Christina. Probably in like March-ish. That's what I'm shooting for. But I do want to have a small one. Not a big one, but a small one. Even though we do need everything, we got rid of every single thing from our girls except for, only thing I didn't get rid of was the crib mattress. For some reason, I kept the crib mattress and I just kept it like, I have the mattress pad still on it and I have 2 sheets, 1 sheet on either side of it. So the mattress is completely protected. So I'm just going to test it out to make sure it's still okay. And obviously get new sheets and a mattress pad, but we did keep the crib mattress. But I mean, I was pregnant 5 years ago was the last time I was pregnant. And even the second time I was pregnant, I mean, the first time I was pregnant was 6 years ago. And everything that I used from that baby, obviously I kept for the next baby. And so everything got 2 uses out of it. And I didn't know when I was going to have another one. So I didn't keep anything because I didn't want all that stuff hanging around my house. If y'all remember our last house and maybe the house before that, it was tiny. Like, it was like a little box. And I don't think I did a house tour or anything back then because I don't know, I just didn't. But I know I did like pregnancy vlogs and stuff, and that house was a box. It was really, really small. Actually, our last two houses were pretty small. So I just didn't have the space to keep all of that stuff. So we got rid of, as they grow, we get rid of stuff. Like every season, I get rid of 3, 4 garbage bags full of clothes because I'm like, I just don't want to keep all this stuff in my house. Not to mention, everything gets 2 wears. So it's not like it's just one kid and then it's going. Everything gets 2 wears because my girls were born in the same season. And I mean, Morgan wears it the 1 year, Mariah wears it the next year. So it's nice like that. Wait till the kids get older to buy a luxury car. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm also thinking, so we have 2 cars right now. Mark is the general manager of a car dealership. So he drives work cars home every day. So he never has to use his gas or our mileage on our cars. So I switch back and forth between the 2 cars that we have to go to work. So we could keep we have a Honda Pilot right now. It's a 3rd row SUV, and it's what we need for 3 kids coming, 1 more coming. So it's what we need for 4 kids. So our lease is up on that next year. So we'll probably trade that in and get another 3rd row SUV, lease another 3rd row SUV, and then we're almost done paying off our car. And so I want to kind of pay that off. But I also want to keep that if it's paid off. Like, I want to keep that and ride that till the wheels fall off, you know? But then I was thinking that once we get rid of that car note, maybe I'll look into a luxury car, but I'll go back and forth. When I'm with the kids, I'll go back and forth between the SUV and the car that we have now. But then the luxury car will be like for weekends or date nights or whatever. Like, y'all know, my kids always gone. Like, they're all on the weekends. Like, somebody always seems to have my kids, and I'm like always. So I'm hoping that stay the same with the baby. But somebody always seems to have my kids. Like today, they're with my little sister. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer in the shade 3W. But today they're with my sister. She took them and they spent the night over her house yesterday so they can do Christmas stuff and make like gingerbread men and stuff. And they had such a good time, y'all. They called me last night and sent pictures. They had such a good time. But she took them last night. So now this morning, I ain't got nothing to do. And Mari went with his Mark's mom. So I could have been driving my luxury car right now, you know what I'm saying? I don't know though. We gotta sit down and talk because we got some other debts that we need to take care of. Plus, we have some other like items to take care of around the house that we want to get. Like y'all know, we still don't have no steps to go out the back door, so we gotta get that and just some other things too around the house. Like we want to get it painted and all of that. So we got some things we need to take care of before we start talking about cars we don't need. All right. Thanks, Lisa. I'm gonna wait till you're 30 to have a baby. I mean, hey, you know what? Whatever works for your family structure. It's, you know, and it's hard for me to say that because let me tell you, I was so rushed to have a baby, and I don't regret it at all. But after we got married, I was so rushed to have a baby. We got married September 29th, 2012, and I got pregnant in May, the next year. And so we weren't even a year. On our first anniversary, I'm 4 months pregnant, you know, with this dress on and these heels. I'm like 4 months pregnant on our first anniversary. And our second anniversary, I was 3 months pregnant. That was unplanned. But the first baby, Morgan was planned. And I was so rushed to have a baby. But I think I would have at least waited a year to start trying to get pregnant just to give us time to grow. I mean, I love our family. I love the way it happened now, but I think I would have at least waited a year. You know, I was also pretty young at that time. I was only 25 when we got married. So, I mean, but whatever works for your family. I'm using that expensive La Mer powder, you guys. I'm going to use that underneath my eyes. I do have a review and a wear test and a comparison video coming up this week for this powder because I know y'all been wanting to know. I've been getting questions about it, what I think about it. So I'm not going to say too much about it today, but I do have a review coming up. I think I have a schedule for Wednesday or Friday. So be on the lookout. But it's expensive powder. $95. I still can't believe I spent that much money on it. Well, I didn't spend $95. What's 95 times 20%? That's about, what's that? $19 off, I think. So I spent $76 on it, which is still an insane amount of money on a powder. On anything makeup related, to be honest. $76 is so unnecessary. But for some reason, I keep doing it. So I have no idea how long we're going to be out. So I'm just trying to like powder my face really good to make sure I don't get that oily. Even though this foundation, if you guys saw my Instagram review on this foundation, this Kat Von D, it's on my highlights. If you guys saw my Instagram review, I went through all day without blotting just because I was super busy. I went through the whole day without blotting my face. And I was not that bad at the end of the day. And I was so surprised. Because I didn't think this foundation would be that good. It took me a while to even try it. I've had this foundation for months, and I just tried it a couple weeks ago, and I am so impressed by it. So I don't even need to powder my face up like crazy, but I'm going to do it anyway because that's just a habit. Hey, Cassandra. Family is, yes, that's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. My family is so involved with our kids. Like they love those kids and they will take them. I mean, I have 4 little sisters. The one I don't see very often. Well, 2 of them I don't see very often because they live in Akron, which is about 40 minutes away maybe. So they live in Akron and one of them is in college. The other one's just there with her twin. So those 2 I don't see very often, but when they were here, like especially the one that's in college, my sister Journey, she was like my nanny. Like she would come over 2 or 3 days a week when my girls were really young, like 1 and 2, when it was like really hard. She would come over for like 3 days a week. I would pay her to come over, and I didn't have much money. So I mean, she would come over for like slave prices. Like I would pay her like $20 every 2 weeks. And she was like 16, 15. So she was fine with it. But she would come over and like help me out with them. And just while I like cleaned up, she would take care of them, or she would help me clean up, and she would go places with me if I needed to go somewhere, or come over and sit if I needed to go grocery shopping or something like that. She was amazing. And then, but now they've moved. The twins have moved. And so my other 2 sisters are here and they'll like pick them up, take them to the movies. Like I said, my sister, she's 22. She'll be 22 next month. And well, January. She grabbed him yesterday. She took him to her house. And this ain't the first time she's done it. She took them to her house. Like I said, they're making like gingerbread men and all of that stuff. So having family is another really important thing when you have kids, like to think about. Because I can say it was hard. Now I have 2, they're 13 months apart. So it was very hard in the beginning to have a newborn and a 1-year-old, and a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. It was very, very hard. But it wasn't as hard as it could have been because me and my husband were still able to go on vacations. We were still able to have date nights because there was always someone who wanted them. I mean, there was a time when we had to say, okay, our baby's staying home this weekend. Like, there's always someone who wants them. And it's amazing to have that type of support system. But if you don't have that type of support system, that can make it really hard on yourself, on a marriage or a relationship or whatever it is you're in. So think about that stuff before you decide to have kids too. Like, what will be your arrangement? Because you still need to make time for you. You need to make time for your spouse, and it just gets it gets hard, you know. And like I said, for me, it wasn't as hard as it could have been, but It gets hard. I have friends who don't have the help that I have, and they can't go out as much as me. They can't go on vacation like we go on vacation. I mean, we got 3 kids and we out of here all the time, you know. We won't be on another vacation for a while because I'm pregnant, but I mean, we go on vacation 2 or 3 times a year for like a week and just leave our kids, you know, and it's nice. And it's really nice to be able to do that, but just be mindful of that. The Chanel, no, I don't have Chanel setting powder. Don't be putting extra powders in my head. Do you have it? How does it work? Which powders do you think work better for your skin? Luxury, high-end, or affordable? Oh, hold on. I'm going to answer that, but let me tell y'all this before I forget. I just used on my whole face, to set my whole face, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in number 3 Dark. I just bought this during the Sephora sale, and I'm kind of loving it. And then for contour, I'm actually using the Natasha Denona Contour Sculpting Powder. So looks like that, and it's in the shade 5 Deep. So I think this is the deepest shade that they have, which is actually a pretty good, it's a pretty deep shade. Not as deep as it could be, but it's a pretty deep shade. All right, so which powders do you think work better for your skin? Luxury, high-end, or affordable? I don't have many luxury powders. I mean, is Charlotte Tilbury considered luxury, or is that just high-end? Like, La Mer definitely is considered luxury. Y'all, I don't want to spill it. I'm not going to talk about the La Mer. But that's the only luxury powder, right? I think that's the only luxury powder I have. And let me just say this. I've said it before, and I still stand by this. I don't think any powder is worth the La Mer pricing. So if that's what all luxury powders cost, I don't think any powder is worth $95. I don't think any powder is worth $75, which is what I paid for it. I don't. And I don't care what powder that is. Powders I haven't even, you know what? Maybe, I don't know. Point me in the right direction of some powders. Maybe I haven't been trying the right ones, but I cannot see myself saying that I think a powder is worth that crazy price. I just can't. I don't care what it does. But as far as high-end powders, there are a lot of high-end powders that I like. I like some drugstore powders, but I haven't found one that really, I'm trying to think. And y'all tell me if I'm lying, if I've said something different. But I'm trying to think, and all I can think about are high-end powders. Like the powders that I pick up on a daily basis, for the most part, are high-end. So we're talking about our Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. We're talking about my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet powder foundation. I love that powder. I use that all the time. This Charlotte Tilbury powder, the one I just showed y'all, I've been using that like crazy lately. I'm using this Patrick Ta blush, y'all. This is in the shade She's Adorable. So it looks like that. But yeah, I've been using my Patrick Ta powder. I mean, what did I just say? Charlotte Tilbury powder. I've been using it all over the face like crazy. Laura Mercier. Y'all know I love that powder for underneath my eyes. So that I've been using like crazy. I'm trying to think of a drugstore powder I use. Hold on, because I can't even, hold on. Oh, Huda Beauty. That's another one that I love for under the eyes. For drugstore, I don't even think I have any drugstore. Oh, here's one. But this was all the way in the back, which tells you I haven't used it in a while. But I do love this powder. It's the Maybelline Super Stay Full Coverage powder. I do like that one, but other than that, y'all, I think I got rid of, I'm about to do a powder declutter. So I think I got rid of most of my drugstore powders just because I wasn't using them, and I found myself picking up the high ends. If you guys can recommend one, that would be great. But yeah, I can't think of any that I use on a regular basis at this point in time. So I guess my answer would be high end. That's what I've been loving. Where we at? Do you think it makes a difference with makeup? Like I wear drugstore makeup because I'm cheap. My makeup never looks as good as yours. No, I don't think it makes a difference. I have so much drugstore. Y'all know I have so much drugstore makeup and I have high-end makeup. Like I love my drugstore makeup. Some things in drugstore I love more than the high-end versions of them. So you just have to find what works for your skin. I do not think it makes a difference at all. I don't think brushes make a difference either, but I think you need a quality brush, but I think there's amazing quality brushes at the drugstore. I'm using one right now from BH Cosmetics. I was just using an Eco Tools powder brush, which I love. I use the Eco Tools blush brush. This is the e.l.f. brush that I use for setting powder. So I think you need to find quality brush brands, which there's so many now. Morphe, BH Cosmetics, e.l.f. has good brushes. Eco Tools, Real Techniques. You just have to find what works. But those are all cheaper brush brands. Even I stopped using my beauty blenders and I use Sonia Kashuk sponges. These are 2 for $10. So no, I don't think you need to use high-end makeup to look good. I think it's all in technique. You just gotta perfect the technique that works for your skin, which is why I hate doing other people's makeup. I hate when people ask me to do their makeup because I've perfected, I feel like, at least good enough for me. I perfected a technique for my skin. I have not perfected a technique for other people's skin. So when I do other people's makeup, it makes me really nervous because I'm like, I don't know your skin. I don't know. I don't know your skin. I know what looks good on my skin for the most part. I've made some makeup mistakes, as you guys have probably seen, but I know what works for my skin. I don't know what works for everyone's skin. All right. Oh, highlighter. I am using all high-end stuff. Maybe that's why you asked. I'm using the Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze All Over Foil Luminizer in the shade Guilty. I'm also on a highlighter kick. I'm in a high-end kick too because the Sephora sale just passed and I just bought all that stuff. So, I mean, I got a lot of new high-end stuff to use, you know. Practice. Drugstore has a lot of good products. That's very true. Yeah, Mimi just said exactly what I said. So, yes. And I do wish Charlotte Tilbury would come out with more colors of this powder. I don't understand. Like, this isn't even dark. So when I first bought this powder, I bought it in #2 medium, and I still have that one, and I use it underneath the eyes. But this is dark, and this is the darkest shade that she has, and it drives me nuts as to how this is the darkest shade that she has. Even though she came out with a bunch of colors in her foundation that I love, this is the darkest shade in powder that she has. It's ridiculous. I didn't have that when my kids were younger, but now that they're older, my husband's family is really supportive. Yeah, it's hard when they're younger. It is very hard when they're younger and you don't have a good support system. Try the Urban Decay loose powder. I do have Hourglass and I do have Milk Makeup loose powders. For Milk Makeup, I have the under eye. No, I have the all over face loose powder, and then for Hourglass, I have the under eye, the translucent veil loose powder. The Hourglass I love. Milk Makeup, honestly, I haven't used it very much. Yeah, I kept it. I haven't used it very much, so I can't even give you a good assessment on that. Let me unwrap my hair. Like the Hourglass. Oh, yeah. I wish I would have waited for the mini. Don't have the Chanel powder. Did pick up the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless. Yeah, that's a good powder. Like, my skin looks really, really good. I got my hair silk pressed, y'all. It's been growing. It hasn't been silk pressed in a year. She had to cut off so much of it too because I hadn't gotten it trimmed in a year since the last time. I went like literally a year after I got it done last time. It was like a year down to the day. And I hadn't gotten it trimmed since I went. And she was like, really? You ain't got your hair trimmed since I did it last? And I was like, no, it's been a year. So my ends were shit and she had to trim a lot of it off. But still looks good. I'm going to try to go again in like 8 weeks to have her straighten it and trim it because my daughter will be turning 6, and I told her I would take her to the shop again for her birthday. So I'm gonna take her and we'll go together and we'll get our hair silk pressed. Doesn't look like it should. You just gotta practice. You just gotta practice, girl. Practice on your makeup. Oh, micro smooth powder. That's that, yeah. That micro smooth powder by Sephora. If y'all don't know about that, that powder is $20. I've talked about it a million times. That powder is $20. It's by Sephora brand, and it is just beautiful. It doesn't give you a lot of coverage. If you're looking for someone with coverage, that's not what you're looking for, but it's just a really nice powder to set your entire face. And like I said, it doesn't give you a lot of coverage, but it just sets it really nicely, makes your skin look really smooth and airbrushed. I love it. Let me grab some edge control. Oh, what I dropped? I dropped something. But yeah, that Sephora powder is everything. Hey, girl. Huda's great too. Can't think of a drugstore either. That's what I'm saying. Like, I swear I used to have a bunch of drugstore powders, but I guess I just don't really use them anymore. And trust me, I'm in the drugstore. I'm in Target every other day, and I walk through the makeup aisle every single time looking for something to buy, y'all. I just be like searching for something, and I don't really ever see anything that great. So I haven't purchased any. I haven't done like a drugstore makeup haul. I think it's been a while. It has really been a while, and so maybe I need to go looking harder to see if there's something else there. But L'Oreal did just come out with a new Infallible loose powder. So I was thinking about buying it, picking it up from Amazon, and I haven't picked it up yet. Something keeps stopping me. I don't know what, but y'all know nothing stops me from buying from Amazon, but some keep stopping me about that powder. Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder, I have, and I gave it away. That was years ago, so maybe I would like it now, but sometimes I like to go back and revisit stuff because I feel like my tastes have changed, as well as my actual like makeup skills have gotten better. And sometimes I like to go back and revisit things, especially stuff I didn't like when I was really first like on YouTube or first in my makeup journey. Sometimes I got to go back and look at that stuff and be like, do you really not like this? Because my tastes have definitely changed, and my makeup skills have definitely changed as well. So yes, I'm gonna do eyeshadow. I'm gonna use this Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I just want to be ready in case my mother comes. I'm gonna do something super simple. I don't know when my mother's gonna call. She's at an eye appointment around the corner, so I don't know when she's gonna call. So I just wanted to do my makeup first, just in case I didn't have time to do eyeshadow. But she ain't called or text or nothing, so we got time. We got time. Good morning, Rosalind. When possible, I try to get a mini side. Same with me. Same with me. You know I love my minis, so I always try to get minis. But sometimes I'm like too thirsty to get a powder. Like if it's first coming out, sometimes I'm just extra thirsty to get a powder, and I'll get it before they drop the mini, and then they'll drop the mini, and I'll be like, crap. There's some powders that I've sold the full size and then rebought the mini because it just saves me space in my drawers, you know? And I like the minis better. And if somebody else is going to get better use out of the full size, I might as well let them. Oh, I'm using, I told y'all before, the Mio Organics Flexible Holds Edge Control. I've been using this for a long time. It's one of my favorites. My problem because I use sponges and not brushes. You use sponges on what? I use sponges for my concealer and my foundation, but that's it. Pretty much any cream products, I'll use sponges. Oh, the Sonia Kashuk is 2 for $7? Is it 2 for $7? They cut the price from 10. I swear I just bought something that was 2 for $10. Maybe I wasn't looking. Well, that's even better. 2 for $7. Thanks, girl. The Becca I love the Becca hydrating powder. I haven't used that in a while, but I love that powder. That is such a good powder. I had a mini version of that and I finished it, and then BoxyCharm gave us a full-size version. So now I have a full size of that and I love that. Am I the diva of the family? No, my sister. My sister is probably the diva of the family. It is not me. My younger sister, she's 30, 29, 30. She's about 3 years younger than me. She is the diva of the family. It's not me. Maybelline Shine Control Powder. Have I heard of that? Maybelline Shine Control. I'm gonna have to look at that. I don't know if I've heard of that. I used to love, you know, powder I used to love though, and I ran out and I haven't rebought it. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder. For all of you oily girls, that powder is everything. L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder, and they still sell that. It's like $10. That's a good powder. Yeah, I'm using this. Did I already tell you? The Natasha Denona Sunset Palette. And for my transition shade, I'm gonna mix this color right here with this shade right here. So I'm just gonna mix the two to go in my crease. Becca powder. Yes, that Becca powder is everything. I love it. I ain't put on no eyeshadow primer, but I put foundation up here and then set it, so we should be good. We should be good. How do you and your baby have so much energy to do family trips, outings, etc.? You both work full time. I be tired come the weekend. I only have one child. You gotta make time. Like it is our goal to make sure that we make time for each other, even during the week, like when we work. And my husband works on the weekends. Like he's at work right now. It is our goal that we make time for each other. And I just feel like if we go too long without a vacation or something together or a date night, we start getting cranky, okay? We need time alone. Because the kids do take up a lot of our time. So we try to do a lot of family outings. I did family outings when I was a child, and we went on family vacations and stuff like that. So stuff like that is very important to me. And we made sure to have that talk about stuff like that before we got married, like before we had our kids, I should say, what type of parents we wanted to be and what type of life we wanted to have. And we tried to have those conversations before we had our kids, because my husband, they didn't really go on family vacations when he was younger. So, that's not something that he probably would have thought of, maybe, because they didn't do that. But we always went on a family vacation every year, and there's certain places that we went every year, and I want to share those with my kids. There's certain places that we didn't go every year that I would have liked to go. Like we didn't go to a pumpkin patch every year, but every year I make sure I take my kids to the pumpkin patch. There's certain things that I just want to do with my kids, and whether I'm tired, whether I got energy or not, I make it to do it. I have to. It's funny because this girl at work, she was like, oh my God. She was like, you already have 3 kids and you're having another one? She's like, how do you find the energy? And she was younger than me. She's like 25. And she's like, how do you find the energy? Like, I barely have energy when I get home after work. And I'm like, you have to do it. Like, you just got to do it. Like, I know my kids need to be fed. I know they need to be bathed. I know there's certain things that need to get done on Tuesdays. I'm paying $90 a month for ballet. They need to get to ballet, okay? So I make sure that that stuff gets done. And if anything, something else don't get done that night, then something else don't get done. If I don't get to go live like I wanted to or film a video, this is for me. Like this here, YouTube is for me. So if that, I make time for it and I make it a priority, but of all of my priorities, YouTube is probably the lowest of the priorities. So if one of the priorities takes more time that week and I don't get to film 4 videos and I can only put up 3 or 2, then that's what happens. My kids come first. My family comes first. My date nights with my husband comes first. And that's what it is. Sometimes I gotta stay up and be sleepy at work for us to spend time together. And just that hour, maybe watching Power or watching a show, a new show or something, that's our date night, like during the week. And so that's how we spend time together. And before I got pregnant, it was working out. You know, so we just make time for it. I don't know. I don't know if that answer was sufficient, but we just make time for it. The Milk Hydro Grip, yes, girl, you're gonna love it. That's one of my favorite primers. I thought I had it out. It was over here somewhere, but that's one of my favorite primers. I've been using that like crazy. I got some mini of that too. I'm gonna take this warm brown right here, and I'm just gonna add that to my outer V area. Oh yeah, everybody got that from the BoxyCharm, that Becca powder. Like I said, I already had it, and I was thinking about repurchasing it. It was so funny, and they sent it, and I was like, yes, Lord, heard my prayer. Heard my prayers. I'm gonna have to look for that Maybelline powder. Maybelline, what you say? Shine Control powder. I'm gonna have to look for that. And maybe I know it. I just don't know my name. Maybe that's why. Because I cannot picture it in my mind. Oh, brush. I was using the Morphe M441. I love this brush for my crease, for like just buffing color in the crease. Morphe M441. And then right now I'm using, this is the Shop Miss A brand brushes, the AOA, A0A Studio E132. These brushes are $1 on shopmissa.com. And I don't like all the brushes that they have, but some of these eye brushes, not half bad. They're $1 too. That's what I keep telling y'all. I don't have now brushes. I really don't have a lot of high-end brushes. I have a lot of Morphe brushes. I have a couple of MAC brushes. I have Sigma brushes. But some of those Sigma brushes, I mean, I've had since I started doing makeup in like 2012, 2011. I still got some of my original Sigma brushes. And I've thrown away a lot of them because maybe the ferrules came loose or it was just time, you know, but some of them I still have. So if you invest in a good like Sigma set, like right now, the 35% off on Sigma's website. Oh, and don't forget to use my code, y'all. It's down below. But they're like 35% off right now on Sigma's website for real. And they have amazing brushes and they've lasted me like all this time. And Morphe brushes, I do really love Morphe brushes. I love Eco Tools brushes. I told y'all, e.l.f. brushes. Now brushes, I am not a snob. I've also found some e.l.f. I mean not e.l.f. Essence eye brushes at Ulta. They're actually really good, and they're $1.99. So you just gotta find what works for you. And y'all know I love Real Techniques. Those are one of my favorite brush brands. I'm not too partial to the Sonia Kashuk brushes. I don't really love the Sonia Kashuk brushes. I don't find them to be as soft as I would like, but that sponge, honey, that sponge is all I'm using. But the Sonia Kashuk brushes, they're just not as soft as I want them to be. So I ain't tried them in a couple years, but when I did try them, I ain't like them. Like MAC brushes are just too expensive. I be looking at these Tom Ford brushes and I'm like, girl, why you need that Tom Ford brush is like $85, like a Tom Ford bronzer brush. I would love to get that and just try it out one day, but I feel like it's gonna be, I don't know, I'm gonna have the same philosophy as I have about the La Mer powder. No powder is worth $95. No brush is worth $85 ever. Look at my mama right here. Hey, Ma. You coming over here? You coming over here, or you want me to meet you? I can meet you. All right. You want to meet you at Bob Evans? Yes, you do. You know you got gas. I'm gonna let it go out so he can fill me up when he go to work because he can free gas. And so he said, let it go out so I'm on quarter tank. I'm using this color right here. Oh, it ain't that much cheaper. So it ain't that much cheaper, but so you want me to meet you at Bob Evans? It's right there by Walmart. Right now? All right, yeah, almost. I'm just finishing my makeup. I'll be done in 5 minutes. All right. Bye. All right. She want me to meet her at Bob Evans. Let me finish up this makeup. What was I saying? I forgot what I was talking about. Brushes. Was I still talking about brushes? Yeah, Tom Ford. I'll be damned if I pay $85 for that Tom Ford brush. Now, don't judge me if you ever see me with it. Just forget I said that. But that's how I feel right now at this moment, okay? Luxie. Luxie does have good brushes, and they're always in boxy charms. And I ordered a Luxie brush set from the boxy pop-up, actually. Yes. Makeup Revolution has a powder similar to the Ben Nye. I have had that too. I gave it away because the packaging is just, the packaging drives me freaking nuts, y'all. That's why I don't use the Ben Nye powder anymore. I actually put it in a different container, but it was so old, I just let it go. But that's why I stopped using the Ben Nye powder. The packaging drives me nuts. But that Ben Nye powder is amazing. So, and so is the Makeup Revolution. And the Makeup Revolution is easier to get than the Ben Nye powder. So, FYI. All right. That's pretty simple. Guess we're not doing no lashes. Hey, boo. Look at Mark on. Y'all say hi to Mark. He's supposed to be at work. Look, his ass don't be doing nothing. Talking about me. Went ham on the Huda Beauty Black Friday sale. Girl, if I didn't have all of those palettes, if I didn't have all the palettes that I wanted from Huda, I would have purchased every single one of them because you can't beat $10. And Sephora had them on sale for $16. And I saw people posting that, and I'm like, nah, girl, go to the Huda site. It'll take you a little longer to get it, but you can't beat $10. I think they were like $10.80. Are they still on sale? If y'all don't know what we're talking about those mini Huda Beauty Obsessions palettes that I love. $10.80. $10.80. Whew. Hate lining my waterline. Gotta be quiet when you do that. Okay. Oh, you're right, Stephanie. Sephora brand brushes. Sephora brand brushes are everything. They're really good. They're expensive, so you want to find them on sale. I always try to catch them on sale or clearance, or when there's like a 20% off sale or something, and it's a brush I really want. But Sephora brand brushes are amazing. Those are high brush prices, but they're amazing. ColourPop, I was 50-50 on the ColourPop brushes. Some I loved, some I didn't really like, but they do have good brushes. Miss Bob Evans. Oh, we have them like everywhere here. I got one right up the street. Oh, I forgot about Wet n Wild. See all these drugstore brushes. Who said, was it Rosalind? No. Who said they makeup wasn't coming out right? All these drugstore brushes. Girl. The brush set sold out for the ColourPop one. Shipping for $7.97 made me sad. On ColourPop? That Mercury pop. Oh, the Huda Beauty shipping. Yeah. Because it's coming from Dubai, right? Middle East. Ain't it coming from the Middle East? I think it is. Because I ordered her very first palette from her website because it was sold out on Sephora. So I ordered like her very first palette from the website. Do I got lotion down here? I do. The Mercury palette. I talked about that in my last anti-haul. I don't know. I just feel like that had a lot of crazy colors that I would probably never use. So I just wasn't a fan of that. Sorry, y'all. I'm moving the table. Sitting here trying to put lotion on. Some were $10.80, some were $11.60. That's still a steal. Those prices are regular, what, $27? That's a steal. I got like 6 of them over there. Y'all know I talk about them all the time. Those are some of my absolute favorite palettes, for real. I broke my no-buy for those. if it's any reason to break your no-buy, that's a reason, okay? $10 Huda palettes are a reason. You ain't gonna see that again, at least not for a long time. So take advantage, honey. Luxie brush set on the Boxy pop-up. I definitely snatched that up. That, like, they didn't give any warning. I just got an email. I was just scrolling through my email while I was at work, and they were like, Boxy pop-up now live. And I was like, what? And I had to hurry up and grab my stuff. But I got everything I wanted. A few things were sold out, but I got everything I wanted for the most part. I just don't like how they did us a few weeks ago when they told us it was one day, then they moved it back to the next day, and then they were like, oh, sorry, it's canceled. And I was like, what? I don't know what BoxyCharm was on, but didn't pay for shipping. Yeah, spent over $75. I think that's what I did when I went on her website the first time, because I was like, ain't no sense of paying for shipping. Let me hurry up and do... We're going to do some mascara, and then one of my favorite setting sprays lately has been the Beauty Bakery Sweet Grace setting spray. And I think Beauty Bakery has 40% off for Black Friday. So if you're looking for it, head on over to their website. The Congo. What's up, girl? Watching from the Congo. I love it. All right. Don't get in my hair. Please don't get in my hair. Woo, child. Only thing is that stuff smells like alcohol. It does. It smells just like alcohol. But it works. So it is what it is. My sponge go. Let me hurry up. My mother gonna be like, where are you? And I'm gonna be like, just leaving the house. Not left the house. All right, mascara. 75 was free shipping. Gotta save my coins. I feel you, girl. I'm on that too. I done spent way too much money this year. Like 2019 as a whole has just been a more expensive year than I anticipated for. And so like 2020 is going to be a slow down and save year. And that's what this year was supposed to be. And I had to like reevaluate my spending and our goals and stuff. And we didn't hit hardly any of our money goals. We hit some of them, but for the most part, we didn't hit hardly any of them. And so I'm really disappointed in myself for my lack of self-control in doing that, because I feel like we should have hit more of our money goals than we did. And I'm not like saying this in a certain way, so don't take it like I'm like bragging or something, but I feel like we make a good amount of money. We make too much money to not have more money saved in the bank like we want to. And so it's like, and I don't, trust me, I'm not rich by any means. I don't make like that much money, but just in terms of our living conditions and our living standards, I just feel like we make too much money to not have the amount of money that we want saved in the bank. And so I'm kind of disappointed in myself about my money goals for this year. So I'm reevaluating a lot. Oh, thank you, Cassandra. Thank you, Jasmine. Good morning, girl. It's okay. It's all right if you're late. Just watch the replay. It'll be up. I gotta get out of here though, because my mama just called. She waiting on me and Bob Evans now. She only up the street from Bob Evans, so she probably there already, and I ain't even left the house. self-control went out the window. Yeah, it was the same with me. And it happens. I mean, you just try not to beat yourself up and try to do better in the future, you know? But y'all, I gotta go. My mama gonna be yelling at me if I take any more time. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining. I thought all of y'all would be out shopping or sleeping or something. So I appreciate y'all for jumping on with me. Oh, lips. I just put on this lip gloss. This is the Cosas Wet Lip Oil. That's what this is. And this was from Sephora. I got it during the Sephora sale. It's pretty good. So, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. I'll talk to you later. New video will be out tomorrow, and Vlogmas starts tomorrow on our vlog channel. So make sure y'all head on over there, Bradley TV, and subscribe, because we did a cute little intro that we're going to debut tomorrow. So Vlogmas starts tomorrow. So I want to see all y'all watching the video and commenting, okay? I love y'all. See you later. Bye.